All right, fellas. Today we got a good topic, man. We got a good topic. So, a lot of you guys lack self awareness, and listen, this video is gonna be about how to actually reach your fucking goals and why so many people fail. All right, too many people fail on their goals, and what I see is that obviously you don't embody your identity, but a lot of people just fucking quit, bro. Too many people quit. All right, and here's the thing. I am tired of people saying, well, fasting is the best way, keto is the best way. Everyone who says that shit, they're like, oh, that's how you get lean. They don't understand the basic concept that you just have to be in a calorie deficit. Every time you do keto, you're in a calorie deficit, but you can't do keto consistently, which is why you're fat as shit. So stop saying keto works, commenting that shit, and then I look at your profile and you're 30% body fat, or you're too scared to put a profile picture because you're fat as shit. Why? Because you keep doing these temporary fads because you're not embodying your goal self. All right. In reality, who is going to, maybe someone out there will, all right, but realistically you want to have as little barriers as possible when it comes to reaching your journey. If you have a rule as strong as like I have to fast every single day, that means one day you don't fast, you're going to be like, damn, I fucked up today, I quit, right? When you realize that you just have to be in a calorie deficit and eat healthier foods to lose the fat, and then once you're maintaining, you still eat the healthier foods, and you really embody that lifestyle, then you'll see that, oh, okay, well, this is more sustainable for me. A lot of you guys have these unrealistic expectations. You want these goals way too quick, and in reality, you're not anywhere close to your end goal, right? Or you're not even close anywhere near your end goal, right? Your end goal might be, your first goal might be 12% body fat, end goal might be 8 or some shit like that, and you're 30%, you're unaware of that. You think 3 weeks of locking in 4 weeks of keto will get you to that 10%, and that's literally unrealistic. Even if you got liposuction, you still can't get to 10% in 3 weeks. It's just not happening, right? So you have to make sure that you're more patient with it, but a lot of people just aren't willing to work for what they pray for. All right, you pray for some shit and you're not willing to work for it. I see it all the time in the gym. The other day, I was in the gym the other day, and I seen some dudes. They were obviously trying to lose their stomach, so they're doing some goofy ab shit. And they're doing some workouts. I was like, okay, the workout's okay, not too bad, not too bad. Then they got on a treadmill. They're like, okay, let's do 30 minutes on here. They did like 10 minutes and quit. That was them quitting on themselves. All right. Now, it's not the fact that if they did the 30 minutes of treadmill, they would lose more fat. It's that they made a commitment that they were going to hit 30 minutes and they didn't, which means they're lying to themselves, right? They have less confidence in themselves. So now, when they go into the kitchen, they're like, yo, I'm going to eat 2,200 calories today, high protein. Now they're probably not going to hit that because they didn't even do the workout that they said they're going to do. And how you do anything is how you do everything. And that's how a lot of you guys are. A lot of you guys say you want to, oh, I want to look like this athlete. Oh, I want to look like that athlete. You won't do 1/10 of their fucking workout. All right. I guarantee if you guys were to follow me around, right, and do what I do, yes, my workouts would be pretty intense. You probably wouldn't be able to hang with like the intensity and the weight initially, but you'll get as strong and your intensity will go up. But you just won't be consistent as me. Like, for example, you could spend, listen, you spend 2 days with me, you're like, oh, this is not that bad. This ain't nothing. I could do this. But you're gonna realize like later down the line when I'm locked on nutrition, it's like it'll be like day 21 and it's like, yo, this nigga's not having a cheat day. Yo, I heard your stomach growling. You're not gonna eat anything? Like, dude, we just came back from the gym. You're not gonna eat anything? I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in. You're not doing that shit. And that's where the issue comes in. All right. You don't have less potential than me. If anything, you probably have more potential than me. I'm not gonna lie. Most people have more potential than me, but they do less with more. All right. It's about doing what you can with what you have. Like, that's all it's about, right? And the only thing that separates me from a lot of people is just the persistence and consistency. Just giving a fuck about eating healthy and working out for long enough, for longer than 3 days, for longer than 2 weeks. All right, that's all it is. It's like once most people that don't reach their goals, it's like that 3 month mark hits, and they're like, yeah, I made some decent progress, but like I have to keep doing this to get to my goal. Wow, they're just not about that life. They're not embodying that identity, right? You want to look like an athlete, embody the identity of an athlete. What does an athlete do? They try to get better at, let's say a wide receiver, they're trying to get better at route running. They got to fuel their body with healthy food. But most of the time they spend training very, very intensely, very hard, working hard as far as like the training and the nutrition. It's whatever they need to eat to reach their goals. Yeah, there's people like Michael Phelps. When he was swimming, his goal was performance. So what is he doing? He's eating like 10,000, what is it, like 5,000 calories for breakfast to fuel his workouts and shit like that. Like he's focused on food as fuel and he's focused on his workouts. He's locked in on his workouts. He's always trying to improve. A lot of you guys half-ass your workouts and then look around for results. You do less than I do and you expect more results than I expect. All right. I understand that it takes time to lose fat, it takes time to build muscle. Right. So I'm patient with it. A lot of you guys want that shit overnight, but you're not even doing the bare minimum. All right. It's not impressive that you're eating healthy. Like I always say, it's not impressive that you're eating healthy. You're supposed to be fucking eating healthy. It's called healthy, bro. It blows my mind when people are like, "Well, I'm eating healthy. Why am I not seeing results?" Why would you eat any other way but healthy? It's called healthy because it's good for your health, right? If you eat unhealthy, that just means you don't care about your health and means you just have low standards. But it literally means you don't care about your health because what goes up, what risks go up when you don't eat healthy? Everything people go to the hospital for, right? Every nursing home I worked at, what was it? Type 2 diabetes, you know, or obesity, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Why? Their nutrition and their workout habits. Literally that simple. And here comes someone in the comments saying, "Oh, well, but sometimes it's genetic." Most of the time, it's fucking not. All right, I talk about most of the time. All right, I talk about most of the time. But I guarantee if you guys follow me around for a week, man, you would literally you'd be like, "Oh wow, he's locked in, man. Like, dang, man, I need to be like that." And I don't really listen. I know you guys were like, "Oh, do some vlogs or some shit like that." I'm not gonna post. I'm not gonna post another vlog and you guys watch what I do and then you guys don't do it. That's you need to do. You need to do. All right, it's about doing. Doing is the most important thing. Not saying like you all start then, no, I'll start then. A lot of people say they're gonna start for the longest periods of time and they never actually fucking start. All right, just do the work, man. Just do the work. And here's one more thing about quitting. Quitting is literally the only way to lose. Like it's literally the only way to lose. If you do something every single day that goes in the direction of your goals, you'll be at your goals eventually. Type shit, right? Take it day by day. But what I wanted to say is a lot of you guys also quit because of that. You can't like once you get to 20% body fat, getting below that is where the real work starts. All right, like you'll get that's where you start getting some hunger pangs here and there. That's when you really start being like, wait, I have to go to the gym and lift heavy. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired. I feel uncomfortable. Yes, push past your limits, bro. Push past your limits. You're not gonna feel as comfortable as the average person if you're trying to get to somewhere the average person doesn't get. The reason the average person doesn't get there is because they're not willing to go through that discomfort. Yes, you're gonna have discomfort. Are your knees gonna hurt a little bit? Are you gonna have shin splints sometimes? If you're doing some cardio, you're doing some jump rope, and you're doing some walking on the treadmill, you might have some shin splints. You might have a little bit of knee pain. Your quads will get stronger. Your knee pain will go away. You might have a little bit of joint pain. It'll go away. Type shit. You might feel sore. It'll go away. I know a lot of people have been saying stuff like, "Oh my god, like I don't want to work out because I feel sore." Just pussies, bro. I don't want. Just get out of here, bro. You guys are cooked. You guys are literally cooked. All right, but when you want to be above average, you're going to spend a lot of time in discomfort because that's how you grow anyways. You're going to be more obsessed with growing than you are going to be with, you're going to prioritize growing, right? So you're going to want to grow more than you want to be comfortable. A lot of people want to be more comfortable more than they want to grow. And that's why they're not at their goals. All right. It's very simple. And it's like, you say you're going to do 15 minutes of treadmill, you might do 20 minutes of stair stepper, and then your mood changes and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this. Going with your mood, bro, that's feminine behavior. All right, you need to follow through with what you say you're gonna do, because then you'll be proud of who you've become. All right, and like I say, I know a lot of you guys comment shit like, oh yeah, I got you, bro, I'm locked in like you, Luther. The fuck you're not locked in. Like you're 40% body fat, bro. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Be consistent. All right, be consistent. All right, you want your face fat to go away? You want to have a jawline? Get lean. Very simple shit. All right, very simple shit. Take care of yourself. Take yourself seriously. If you don't take your goals seriously, it's gonna show. Right? It's gonna freaking show. You don't show your goals. You don't take your goals seriously. When you walk somewhere, your stomach's just gonna be hanging out your shirt. Type shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, when you look in the mirror, only you know if you're doing everything in your power to reach your goals. Only you know if you're skipping workouts, if you're skipping meals. When you're portioning out your food, you're like, only you know if you're like, you know what, I'm doing 6 ounces of ribeye. That's what fits in my macros. Fuck it, man. I deserve 12 ounces of ribeye. I'll do 1 cup of rice. Fuck it, I deserve 3 cups of rice. Okay, keep doing that. You're never gonna reach your goals. All right, only you know. All right, like I can't do the work for you. I can't do the work for you. Watching more videos of people doing the work doesn't help you because you're not doing the work. If you watch one video and read one book, all you gotta do is apply that shit. Something I don't like and something that's crazy to me. There is a lot of people out there who read a lot of books, but the books that they read have so much applicable things and so many things you can apply to your life to become the best version of yourself, and they apply none of it. And they have the audacity to be like, yo, that was a good book. Why didn't you apply any of it? Now, a lot of those books, like if you're reading Napoleon Hill, you're not going to become Napoleon Hill in one day. All right. You might, improve yourself and take inspiration and get better over the course of like 20 years, 10 years. But not applying any of it is literally negates the point of reading the book. I know so many people reading The Compound Effect, reading, Atomic Habits, and they don't have discipline, and they're impatient. Did you actually read those books? Did you read those books? No, you didn't. Because if you read the compound effect, you would realize why you lack patience. You cannot delay gratification because you don't see the longer term picture. All right, you guys really have to realize the power of the compound effect. Let me tell you one more thing. I don't want to make this too long, but let me tell you one more thing. So, I was talking to my client. I was talking to her last week, and she told me something, and I was like, you know what? She has a lot of self awareness, right? She increased her self awareness during the journey a lot. I increased her self awareness a lot, and that was the goal, right? Just to have her have more of a long term perspective and focus more on her identity than just results, right? So she was like, you know what? The more I talk to you, because we did a couple of calls, and she was like, the more I talk to you, the more I realize that you're kind of lazy. And I was like, exactly. That is exactly what I wanted to hear, bro. That is exactly what I wanted to hear, because in reality, whoever can do the process the longest is going to get the best results. All right. So my routine is pretty efficient. It's like workout intensity in the gym. All right. Hit your fucking macros, get your sleep, and then do whatever you need to do otherwise, right? Whether I'm doing content creation or some other shit, do whatever else you need to do. But you have to be efficient. Too many people, right? Because she was thinking that she was gonna do like 3 hours of cardio, 2 hours of cardio. She had a coach that made her do a bunch of cardio and all this goofy shit. It's like when you lock in on what you need to lock in on, you don't try to overcompensate all fucking day doing goofy shit. All right, so when you're like, okay, I'm gonna hit 2,000 calories to lose fat, right? 2,000 calories a day, high protein. When you actually hit that every day, you're seeing results. You're seeing results. 14 days, you see results. 28 days, you see more results. 2 months, you see more results. 6 months, you see more results. See what I'm saying? And they're just compounding over time. But so many times, people do good for 1 week, they do bad for 1 week. And then they try to overcompensate by doing more cardio. And then they're like, I'm working hard, I'm working hard. It doesn't matter. You're not working smart. It's all about working smart at what works. All right? Work hard at what works. Work hard and smart, not just hard. A lot of you guys work hard at what doesn't work. All right, you're going hard in the gym. Congratulations. You're doing cardio. Congratulations. You're on the Stairmaster for an hour. Oh, I feel so good. And your nutrition is fucking 4,000 calories of goofy shit. And that's why you're not losing fat. All right. So be efficient. Take your goals seriously and have some self awareness, bro.